Welcome back to the Earth plane. Son Zella's just playing outside. Jaleel, what's up? What you doing?
I'm playing.
You playing? What you playing?
A stick.
With a stick? Oh, okay. Heck yeah. You playing with nature. There's nature right there. That's the higher you. See, you gotta be teaching, you know what I'm saying, at all times. No matter what you're doing, if you teaching and you a divine being, you a God, then you doing your purpose. No matter what you're doing. You gotta be teaching about how you supposed to be living. You know what I'm saying?
Daddy,
How you supposed to be living.
one.
It's a what? It's a magic wand?
Uh-huh.
That man said that's a magic wand. Y'all hear that? Dang. I mean, you got that power. This how you teach. You got that magic wand. Bruh, all of this information that's out here, this quote unquote esoteric and, you know what I'm saying, occult information, then all that, when you use all of it, like one after another, or, you know what I'm saying, all at the same time, it just changes the way life is perceived and attracts different situations based off that change of perception.
It's a hole.
I'm teaching, Zealous. I'm teaching.
Oh.
See, online, all of the energies that you can perceive are all there at once. It's an interface. Like Immortal Babaji said, it's like an interface. The earth is an interface just like the internet. See what I'm saying? It's like a place where everything comes together. You see how that synchronicity is so, you know what I'm saying, just stimulating. It's just, when you combine those two perspectives and that becomes a whole perspective, that's actually transcendent duality. You know what I'm saying? What people call transcendent duality. You're not actually transcendent duality. You're just seeing all perspectives combined. Okay? You're seeing all of the perspectives become one. You know what I'm saying? Even they're still different perspectives, but you're seeing them all become one. And when you can see all the perspectives become as one perspective, then you can see the intricate details of what's going on within that perspective. See what I'm saying? That's how the oneness becomes multiplicity. And that's how the multiplicity becomes oneness at the same time. Ooh, connecting it again. You see what I'm saying? Like, when you see that type of mental wizardry or the magic wand of your consciousness, that 5 to 10% of your consciousness being your magic wand, and you wielding it within the subconscious 95 to 99%, you know what I'm saying, of your real mind, of everything that's going on. So what we got to realize is whatever you can come up with within your mind is a reality. Whatever you can come up with in your imagination is a reality. And as soon as you come up with an imagination and you keep thinking that same imagination over and over and over again and start putting it into action and start seeing things change around you according to what you done put out by speaking it and doing your best to live it every day, things just start attracting. Things just start coming to you because, like I was explaining earlier, the vibrations, those realities must combine. The reality that you see on the outside and the reality that you see on the inside, or the quote unquote inside. Because according to the most honorable melanated mystic Babaji, the outside is the inside, but you know what I'm talking about though, without playing semantics. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you perceive and whatever you vibrating, in the intricate details of how it all works, is whatever you vibrating on continually, or however you're being continually, the more you're being a specific way, that that means that reality is going to take place. The more you're being in a specific way determines what reality is going to take place. You see what I'm saying? The more you be a certain way determines what reality will take place. You know what I'm saying? That's out of the primal darkness. That's the primal waters. The waters of new. You know what I'm saying? The infinite consciousness of just self. The self. The void. Some people call it the void once you experience it. Because once you experience it, you want to create realities. That's your innate desire. That's a cosmic creature. That's your cosmic body. That's what all of this is. Your cosmic body, you are a body within bodies of a cosmic infinite creature or cosmic being. You know what I'm saying? You are a part of this being. You know what I'm saying? You are an expression of this being. I know the birds and everything around me right now can vouch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I hear some dogs barking like a little while away. A little while, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and I hear the birds too. Heck yeah, they sounding off, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta come with that energy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that, you gotta come with the power of knowing thyself. You know what I'm saying? The teachings of the most honorable melanated mystic Babaji, when they get into your, when you actually apply them, you know what I'm saying? When you actually apply the principles, then you start to becoming a mental sorcerer. You see what I'm saying? Like you literally start getting powers from bonding with this cosmic being that you actually are. This being that this being that you are and are within simultaneously is a infinite consciousness being that's visualizing all the realities it could experience. So that means that you are literally visualizing all of this. The whole storyline. You're visualizing it all. And if you could begin to see from the different perspectives that you visualizing it, and you like, dang, okay, then you start to get into the intricate details of what's being behind the matrix and seeing what information gets put into the simulation. See what I'm saying? So this is why it is pivotal to imagine what your highest self, imagine being and doing what the highest self is doing within human form, knowing that it's the highest self, knowing that it's the self, period. It's all the selves simultaneously existing. Then what? Then what type of power you think a person that thinks like that you know what I'm saying, gonna have? You know what I'm saying? Like actually going and doing what needs to be done as the self, knowing of all the selves, being a cell within a body that's a cell within a body, infinitely manipulating thoughts, manipulating infinite thoughts. Come on, bro. How can you, bro? This is the type of information that when applied, it puts your mind on a journey. Like you actually get instilled within your purpose. You actually get that passion. You know what I'm saying? You actually get that passion. You actually feel that purpose. And when you doing that, when you just constantly on your path of purpose, it's like, bro, it's like a heaven, bro. Real talk. And since you're on the vibration of heaven, what you gonna manifest? What you gonna manifest if you, the cosmic creature, within itself, experiencing itself? What you gonna get out of that, bro? What you gonna get out of that, fam? What you gonna get out of that, sis? Just know that nothing is lost, all is transformed. See what I'm saying? According to the words of the most honorable melanated mystic Babaji, nothing is lost, all is transformed. See what I'm saying? You never, that quote, you know what I'm saying, was made by him. You know what I'm saying? You never really started existing. You always existed. You see what I'm saying? That's why you can forget and remember things. You can forget and remember things because you have always existed. Now I know if I existed for a long time, I'll forget some stuff too. Man, I know if I existed for like forever, I'll forget some shit. I'll be like, oh, and I do. Every day I forget something. But it's all about working on combining perspectives to get the purpose achieved. Combining perspectives to get the purpose achieved. That's what it's all about. And once you know self, then you know you have to make your purpose. And when you make your purpose and you put enough passion into it, then it must be fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? But you don't plan for anything, according to the words of the most honorable melanated mystic Babaji. But you prepare. You prepare by holding that passion, by holding that mindset, you know what I'm saying? Holding on to the MODs and you know what I'm saying, just walking your path, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing whatever you need to do to get to where you're supposed to be going. And we all know where we're supposed to be going. I ain't even finna explain it. I'm not even finna explain it, bro. We all know where we're supposed to be going, bro. Y'all niggas tripping. Motherfuckers know where we supposed to be going. Stop bullshitting and let's just get this shit together, man. Get the fuck up out of here, fam. Let's dip out. Let's hop up on that mothership. Let's hop up on that mother plane. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Nature is the way. Natural thinking. Naturally thinking about how I be, how I think. Naturally thinking about how I think. And how I should think. In order to get to how I want to think. Or to consistently improve my thinking. You see what I'm saying? You gotta practice. You have to put it. You got 3 P's, man. You gotta perfect it, man. You gotta. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who this is. Anyways, you gotta practice it. You know, preserve it. You gotta perfect this shit, man. You gotta practice that shit, perfect it, and then preserve it, bro. You gotta keep all that in motion, in one motion. You gotta keep everything going in one motion. What I'm doing right now is wizardry, like real talk. Y'all, that's what y'all don't understand. What y'all doing on the internet, whatever you see happening on the internet is wizardry. So use your mental thinking to teach the higher levels of it. John Marshak has emitted the message today. Peace to the gods. I love myself.